A lot of people like to make the excuse of not having time and they just give up on working on their goals and they stay the same forever. But the truth is that you always have time and you can always make time in your day to work on your goals. And that's exactly what I'm going to help you with in this video. The first thing which you need to do is to figure out the reason for your goals. And I know this is not directly tied to managing your time or scheduling your day, but this is going to be a very important thing that you need to do. Because once you know why you're doing something, once you know why you have these goals, it's going to be actually much easier to think about, okay, I want all of these things, so I have to make time for this and I have to make sure I'm working on this. Because a lot of people are just going to set some vague goals and some normal goals like making more money and having a better body, but what they don't do is they don't set goals that can actually be measured and they don't understand why they have these goals. And figuring out why you have a goal is one of the most important things about the goal. You need to think about, if you have the goal of making money, let's say, then you need to figure out the why of that goal. So why do you want to make that money? I'm going to buy something with that. I'm going to buy a house, I'm going to buy a car, I'm going to go on vacation, I'm going to travel. What are you going to do with the money that you're going to get? So that's basically the reason of why you have that goal. And for example, for, let's say, losing weight, what is your goal with that? Is your goal to be healthier, or not your goal with that, but your why of that goal? So why do you want to lose weight? Do you want to be healthier? Do you want to look better? Do you want to feel better? Do you want to be stronger? Do you want to just be in better shape? What do you actually want? Why are you setting this goal? And when you have these whys of the goals, and when you know why you are going for these goals, basically, it's going to be much easier to actually think, okay, I need to make time for this in my day because I want to be healthier. Not because I want to lose 10 kilograms, but because I want to be healthier. And that's why I'm going to make time for the gym and I'm going to figure out when I can go to the gym. I want to travel around the world and go to different places because that's my dream. So this is why I'm going to make money. And I'm giving you these examples and you can think of your own things. You don't have to go with what I'm saying. You have to figure out your own why. You have your goals probably set already. If you haven't, you should set your goals and you should make systems, which I already have videos about. But the thing is, you need to have those reasons of why you have these goals, and whenever you are thinking about doing something, or whenever you want to make time for doing something, you don't think of the goal itself, you think of the why of the goal. You don't think about making the money itself, you think about the reason you want to make the money. So just when you don't have time to work, you don't have time, in that case, you're going to think about, I want to make the money so that I can travel to these places and that's my dream, and that's actually going to push you towards actually making time for that thing and actually putting in the work. It's going to help you a lot, and that's why I'm putting this as the first point. Now let's talk a little bit more time management specific. The second thing is going to be your schedule is bad. The number one reason why people waste their time is because they don't focus on what matters and they don't have a schedule. So the thing is, a lot of you guys will say that you don't have time. And the thing is, you do have time, but you spend your time doing the wrong things or just doing really stupid things. Because let's be honest, most of you guys, let's say you go to school. So you wake up in the morning, whatever, maybe at 7, and then you go to school and you come back at, let's say, at 4, and then you go to the gym, and then it's 6, and you say you don't have time. Or like it's 7, 8, whatever it is, doesn't really matter. You just come back from the gym and you say you don't have time. Well, you do have time, and what you don't realize is how much time was wasted in between. Because I'm sure that most people, and that also used to be me, it's not me anymore, but it used to be me for a really long time. Whenever most people come back from school, they go on TikTok or on Instagram and they just waste 1 hour just scrolling. And then they go to the gym. And then in the gym, they waste time, they take way too long breaks, they do exercises which actually don't give them that much progress, and they're looking at their phone between the sets all the time. So you're wasting an incredible amount of time. You're not doing the correct exercises, you're resting for way too long, you're going on your phone. That's a total waste of time. Like, if you're going to the gym like that, you're wasting so much time. It's incredible. So you don't actually get an amazing workout because you're on your phone the whole time, and you come back home and then you say you don't have time. The thing is, you do have a lot of time still. Even after losing all of this time, you still have a lot of time. But the thing is, you don't want to actually put in the work in that time. You want to rest, you want to chill, and all that bullshit. And what you should do instead is eliminate the gaps where you're doing stupid things. That's like one of the quickest fixes. If you have a gap between school and gym where you're scrolling TikTok for 1 hour, that is just stupid, and you have to eliminate that. You have to basically maybe take a 5 minute break between school and gym and then instantly go. Don't waste 1 hour, don't scroll TikTok, and go to the gym. And in the gym, don't check your phone. Maybe if you have to text somebody, you can text them quickly, but don't go on Instagram scrolling, don't go on TikTok scrolling. Between the sets, take 1 to 2 minutes of rest and do the exercises, and make sure you're doing the good exercises, obviously, not just wasting your time by doing just useless exercises like some really complicated one arm at a time thing that's not really going to make that much of a difference. Maybe the studies say it makes a difference, but in reality, the difference is not something you'll notice. So that's kind of besides the point. What you should be focusing on is just making sure that you are not wasting time like that in your day, because that's one of the main reasons people say they don't have time. Because first of all, they're wasting time doing stupid things between tasks. So you're wasting the time between the tasks. This is one of the most common things. And then the other reason why you say you don't have time is because you wasted so much time and now it's late, and also it fries your brain. And now that it's late and your brain is fried, you don't actually want to put in any more work, because scrolling TikTok and all of that stuff between the sets and between the tasks is going to make your brain work really bad. Your brain is going to be cooked. So you need to stop taking those phone breaks, or whatever you want to call them, or phone gaps, whatever term you want to use for that. You have to stop doing that, and you have to start taking the actions and doing the tasks immediately and not wasting time on your phone. And you're going to see how you used to come back home from the gym at, let's say, 7, and now you're coming home from the gym at 5.5, maybe 6, but that's 1 or 1.5 hours earlier. And in that 1 or 1.5 hours, you can actually do a lot more work. You can study, you can read books, you can work on some kind of a online business, side hustle, whatever you want, something to make money, right? You can put all the time into that. And when you actually know why you're doing this, it gets much easier. That's why I put figuring out the reason for your goals as the first point. When you know why you want the money, it's going to be very easy to actually go in and put in the work. Of course, you're going to always need discipline. You are always going to need to push yourself to take the task. But the thing is, when you know why you're doing it, it makes it much easier, and it makes it actually more enjoyable. And you have to also learn to enjoy things, because that's an interesting thing that a lot of people don't understand, and I also didn't understand this. So you can actually, in a way, teach yourself to enjoy things, or kind of set up things in a way where you enjoy them, even if you don't enjoy the overall thing. For example, for me, I used to hate recording videos, and the thing is, I still don't want to record a video. Like, I don't get home and I'm like, okay, let's record a video. I still have to use my discipline, but the thing is, I also know why I'm doing this, and I have also made it in a way where I like it. I have set it up in a way where my room looks good, at least to me. Like, of course, it's not perfect, but I have made it in a way where I think it looks good, and I'm recording the videos in a format that I like, because before I didn't like my videos that much. Now I like my videos, and now I'm speaking in a way that I like more. So when you figure out things like this, it's also going to make the tasks easier, and it's going to make you want to take those tasks. But one other thing, which is, again, on the specific topic of the video, because we're talking about different stuff in this video, but on the main focus of the video, even if you have things where, let's say, there's time between your bus and let's say you end school at 2 and your bus is at 4. In those 2 hours, you can do so many things, and you're just coping if you say you cannot do anything, or you have to wait, or you have to go to a cafe and do something stupid. What you need to do is, in those 2 hours, you have infinite possibilities. You can bring your laptop and then go to a cafe and put in some work into some kind of a online thing that you can make money from. You can study in that time. You can read books in that time. You can go running in the park at that time. You can go to the gym in that time. You can do so many different things, but you're like, oh, no, I'm just going to waste this time doing stupid stuff, and then I'm gonna get back home, and it's gonna be 5, and I have to go to the gym, and by the time I get home, it's gonna be 8, and you just wasted the whole fucking day instead of, let's say, going to the gym in those 2 hours, and then when you come back home, you instantly start doing the other things, and you have so much more time in this way. But most people just waste these kind of gaps. They just do stupid things between the tasks or between the schedules. And that's why people say or think they don't have time, because they're actually wasting all of their time. And even if you are working 12 hours a day, you can still do a lot of things. You can wake up earlier and go to the gym. You can go to the gym after that. And you still have time to work on something if you want to make money outside of that job. And the thing is, when you really want the thing, you can also sacrifice things, and you have to sacrifice things. Maybe you go out with friends less, but what is more important to you? Going out with friends or having your dream body? Going out with friends or making the money that you want to be making because you want to travel, for example, you want to see the world. So what's more important to you, and what do you actually want more? Do you want more to be healthy and have a good body, or go out with friends? Do you want to travel the world, which is your dream, or you want to go out with friends? Obviously, the delayed gratification is always going to be the better choice, but humans are wired in a way where naturally you're going to look towards short-term or fast gratification, whatever the term was, instant gratification, not delayed. The people are going to always look for instant instead of delayed, because your brain works in that way where it sees the reward right here, but it doesn't see the reward of the other thing, which is going to be in the future. But when you start thinking about it in that way, and when you start thinking about the rewards of the future, you are more likely to actually, go for the delayed gratification moves, because you actually know what these things will bring to you. So you have to think about it in that way. And you need to sacrifice those things, and maybe you even need to sacrifice a few hours of sleep. That can also happen. And the thing is, this goes into my third point now. My third point is that you won't be in this forever. Things can be really hard now, and you can be sacrificing a lot right now, but imagine that, or remember that this is not going to be forever. Because think about why I'm doing this. You go to work for 8 hours and then you work on an online business. So why are you doing this? You're doing it so that you can move into the online business full time, quit your job, and make money only from that. So what does that tell you? There is going to be a period where you're doing both for an extended amount of time. Maybe it's 6 months, maybe it's 1 year, maybe it's 2 years, but it's not infinite, it's finite. It's maybe 1 year, and in this 1 year, it's going to be really difficult, and you're going to be sacrificing sleep, and you're going to be sacrificing going out. And you will still have fun from time to time, but it's not going to be as much as you want it to. But then, after 1 year, you can quit your job, and you can make even more money by just having the online business. So that's the thing. The bad periods are not going to last forever. So you just work on these goals, and when you work on these goals and you actually achieve them, it happens that the bad things start going away, because now you quit your job, now you have more time, now you can work out easier, now you have more money for a better gym, and it's just going up. It's an upward spiral. Basically, because you are focusing on your goals and sacrificing stuff, now in the future you have everything that you wanted, and now you can travel, you can live at a nice place, you can buy a nice car, you can go out with better friends. You can do all of these things because you decided to delay gratification, sacrifice things, and actually lock in on what is necessary and actually go after your goals. So you do have time. You're just wasting it. You need to focus on what actually matters, and you need to use the time that you have, the time gaps that you have. Because sometimes you're going to cope and you're going to say, I cannot do that, or I don't have time for that. You actually do. In this time frame, you know exactly what time frame I'm talking about. There is some kind of a time frame in your life where you know you could be doing something, but you just decide to not do anything. You don't actually have anything to do in that time frame, but you just want to do nothing. And in that time frame, you could be putting in so much work and actually changing your life through that time frame which is empty, so you can put on productive things there, and you're going to change your life just by doing that, and you're going to save so much time by using these gaps. So use these gaps and actually focus on the things that matter, and it's going to basically change your life when you do that. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. And if you did, you can leave a like and you can subscribe to my channel. Do not miss out on any upcoming self-improvement content, which is going to be like this, really helpful, really practical, and you can instantly apply it, and it's not just going to be fake motivation. Thank you for watching.